Good morning, good morning. This is Osmani Gonzalez coming from Miami Gardens, Florida. Champions, I am so excited. I had a great morning. Woke up early, was able to listen to some motivational speakers on YouTube. Was able to have a great conversation on the way to drop off our son. It's a great moment for me and him to be able to connect and get to listen. One of the things that as I'm maturing is I'm learning that we need to listen. We can't just talk, 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 talk. We need to listen. And I still make the mistake, but it was great. It was great to listen to him and let him speak his mind and learn from him and see what he's learning as well. So guys, I wanted to talk to you today about where do you get your inspiration from? Where do you get your inspiration from? Do you watch movies? Do you watch? Do you listen to music that's inspiring to you? Do you listen to podcasts that are giving you good ideas, filling your mind up with good information? In my case, one of the things I love to do is I love to watch good movies. Okay, so I want to recommend this movie called Walk, Ride, Rodeo. The movie's about this young lady, probably in her 18th, 19th, because I think she had just graduated high school and is going to college. I don't want to give the whole movie away, but I'm going to just talk about the main things in the movie. Is she does rodeo with the barrels. So I think there's about 4 barrels, and they race around the barrels. And they do it for a time, right? So they time themselves, and that's what it's a race, right? It's an individual race. One person at a time on their horse, just going at it and going around the barrels, and it's a really cool experience actually. So this was an up and coming star in that industry, right? As she was ready to go to the next level, she was gonna go to college and she wanted to make some extra income, and so they had planned that she was gonna go work, at a place there. And when she gets in the car, she has a terrible accident. Car flips over, she flies out, and she becomes paralyzed. Right? She becomes paralyzed. Once she becomes paralyzed, so the ambulance comes in. They call her parents. They take her to the hospital. Kind of fast forwarding it. She's at the hospital. They tell her, hey, you're paralyzed from the hip down. So she was able to move her hands, but she wasn't able to move from her legs. One of the cool things in the movie was that one of the doctor or one of the therapists actually asked her, hey, what's your goal? We want to have a goal. What's your goal? And she just automatically said, I want to walk, ride, rodeo. So she wanted to be able to walk, be able to ride again on her horse, and she wanted to be able to rodeo to be able to compete. Okay, so now remember, this girl is paralyzed. Okay, so I did kind of a breakdown here, and I said in the beginning of the movie, when she was gonna go to the to do that part time for college, her dad asked her a question, and she answered like this: yes, Dad, I know. Hard work beats talent when talent do not work hard. So think about that. There's a lot of people out there with lots of talent. It might be you, right? You're full of talent, but if you don't work hard, the hard worker will always beat the person with talent that does not work hard. Now, imagine the combination. If you got talent and you work hard, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. So I put here that's the belief, right? I kind of broke it down, and then I want to talk about how I apply it to my life. Well, her goal, what's her goal? So we got her belief, right? Her belief is hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. Now, what's her goal? Her goal is to walk, to ride, and then to rodeo at a high performance, right? So walk, ride, rodeo. So that's her goal. Now, what's the problem, right? What's the problem holding her back? Well, her problem is she was in an accident and became paralyzed from the accident, from her from her thighs down, right? So that's the problem. The problem is she's on a bed and she's paralyzed, and they're telling her, hey, you're never gonna ride again. Hey, you're never gonna walk. You're not really gonna do nothing. Sorry, right? So she had now a decision to make, right? Do I believe what they're telling me? Do I let this put me down, or do I make another decision? And do I take this and just, say, nope? What's in your mind? What are you allowing people to come into your mind, tell you, right? Okay, so that's the problem. The encouragement. So I heard this in the movie. No matter what life gives you, give more back. Okay? So life gives you lemons. Don't only make lemonade. Make lemonade, lemon juice, lemon pie, whatever. Take what life gives you, right? And just keep going. Keep giving. Keep giving. Keep giving. Okay? So that was the problem. That's the encouragement, right? Keep giving. I put here unbelief. Now watch this. Your situation will be your wings. I think it's so powerful. Your situation will be your wings or your anchor. You decide. Okay? So I want you to decide. So whatever situation that you're in right now at this moment, it could be financial, it could be in your marriage, it could be with your kids, it can be with a peer at work, right? Whatever it is, okay? Either it can be your wings. You can allow that situation to take you to the next level, right? To grow from it, or you can let it be your anchor. Or you can always use that as an excuse. Okay, so I apply it to my life and say, okay, so I had a cancer. We kind of got done with that. We're done with that. We're clear. I have short bowel syndrome. Okay, so I went yesterday to the doctor and she said clearly I have a chronic illness. Even though I operate you, you're still going to have short bowel syndrome, which means I'm going to have malnutrition. Doesn't matter how much I eat. I just don't absorb the nutrients. So it doesn't matter how much I eat, which I eat a lot. It doesn't matter what I eat. I'm always hungry and I'm always malnutrition. And then it gets to a point where I get weak and it has nothing to do with me. It just has to do with my condition. But here's the question. Do I let that, right, be my anchor? Do I let that be the reason why I don't win? Do I let that be the reason why I don't spend time with friends? I don't create memories. I don't go out on the boat. Am I going to let that be my excuse? Or am I going to let that be my wings? Well, I personally decided, right? I personally decided it's going to be my wings. See, that situation, I'm going to use that situation to take me to different levels, right? I want that situation to be able to help others. I want that situation to be able to relate to me being in a specific situation and asking the question. I get that question a lot. Man, how do you do it? Man, they tell my wife all the time, your husband, he's always smiling. He's always this, he's always that. How does he do it? And listen, it has nothing to do with boasting. It just has to do with, I decided that I'm not going to let that be my anchor. I want that situation, since it is where it is. See, I'm thinking right now when I'm going, what do I do? Right? I was talking to a friend a few minutes ago and I was telling him, oh man, I really can't work. I can't work. I'm disabled. I have the disability. So I can't work. I can't legally work and make income. And actually I can only make a small amount of income. So that kind of binds things, right? I mean, it's like, wow, what do I do? As I go out, I have the pouch and I'll have all that stuff. So I'm always with the fear that it's going to leak, that I'm going to be in front of public, in public, or I'm going to be at someone's house and that I have a leak. And now what do I do? So all those things are always in my mind, right? But I've decided, you know what? Hey, let's deal with it one day at a time. It leaks, it opens up. Hey, go fix it. Be prepared. What I do, I carry around, if you guys see me, I carry around a book bag all the time. And I have the changes, right? I have extra clothes, wipes. I have everything that I need to be able to, I'm thinking ahead. If it happens, hey, I can take care of it, right? So I've made up my mind to prepare myself. If it does happen, I'm prepared. If it doesn't, hey, great, So that's just something that I did. And then I read this. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Your attitude. Your attitude is like one of the biggest things. It's a small thing, but it's the biggest thing with the biggest impact, because your attitude allows you to either move forward or move back or stay still. So that's you have to work on your attitude, and I'm working on mine constantly. But I want to have a better attitude. I want to have a better attitude with my family. I want to have a better attitude with those I come in contact with. As I'm driving down the Palmetto, and there's traffic galore, and I only have 10 minutes to get to my destination. I want to have a good attitude. You know what? It is what it is. I can't control other things. You can only control your attitude and your activity. You can only control your attitude and your activity. Two things: your attitude and your activity. What are the things that you can control? Your attitude and your activity. Those are the two things that I can decide how I'm going to behave, and I can decide how much work I'm going to put towards whatever I want to accomplish. So that is one of the things that I took out of this movie. Okay, I have a couple of other movies. See, I walk around. I mean, I have this in my car, and I actually take it with me everywhere I go. And I try to write things that can inspire me just through life. There's inspirational moments all through life. And a lot of times we see it, but you don't write them down. And then when you go to talk about it, it kind of slips your mind. So just a little technique, guys, that I use. Write it down, take notes, and hope you have a wonderful day today. All right? Attitude and activity. Take care. Love you guys.